Yay, I think it's working. I'm just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working? Yay! Can everyone hear us okay? It's working. I'm just checking. Yep, it is. It's working. Okay. So I'm here with Marilee, and a few months ago she booked me to do a reading for her, but we just haven't been able to connect till just now. It's very spontaneous, like, okay, let's do it now. Like, we've been talking about doing it since like, I think July, right?
It's been probably 3 months, yeah, at least.
So we're finally here.
But spontaneous works for me because making plans, you don't know how you're gonna feel 2 weeks from now or on a date or a time. So spontaneous is perfect. So thank you.
Yes, of course. Of course. Okay. Well, I'm just sharing to some groups. Marilee, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Marilee Rose. I live in Kansas City. And I've known Crystal when I lived in Montana, my 8th grade year, so many years ago. And what else do you want to know about me?
What do you want to tell them? What called you to contact me for the reading?
Because I was in a women's life coaching program, and one of our meetings or one of our lessons was about your human design type, which I am a projector. And once I started researching that, I realized how much easier life could be when you understand what type of person you are and how you interact with the world and what your gifts are and how you can let go of these other ideas. And so I only scratched the surface of it. So I wanted, since Crystal's been studying this for the last couple years or however long, I really wanted to dive in deeper to my human design type, and I can't wait to see what she has to tell me.
Yay! I'm so excited to be doing this right now. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up the PowerPoint presentation that I created for us, and then I'm gonna read a bit of your chart, and then I'm gonna do a combined chart with us so that people can see like how we work together, like what our best type of relationship would be, and just compare our charts so that people can get an idea of how that works. And before I pull up our charts, I just want to talk about what human design is a little bit. So it's a system that was channeled by this guy named Ra. And it basically is based on astrology, numerology, and the chakra system. We're also going to, at the very end, look at your Gene Keys chart, which was channeled by Richard Rudd. And the Gene Keys is a living transmission. Richard is still alive, and Ra passed away around like 2010. And Richard basically was a human design expert, but he broke off after many years of studying the human design system and channeled a book called the Gene Keys. So I like to combine the readings to use both the Gene Keys and the human design together. And I also like to pull, your astrology chart and just compare notes and talk about like our shadows, our wounds, our gifts, our essence, frequency. And yeah, okay, so let's dive into it. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. So we're going to open up Marilee's and my Akashic records. So I'm going to have you say your name, Marilee, your full name.
Marilee Rose.
and I, Crystal Cossey, are opening the Akashic record for the divine knowledge to come through and for the messages to serve us and the others that are sharing this experience with us on this live stream. And we invoke a protection bubble that only allows the people that are meant to see this and love it to come in, and the people that it doesn't resonate with are repelled. So, and so it is. Okay. So Marilee is a projector, and she's the juxtaposition cross of correction. And so her incarnation cross is with the gates. I'm actually going to pull up your bigger chart, and then we'll come back to this and talk about like the chakras and stuff like that. But I just want to talk about how to identify the your incarnation cross and what the gates mean. And yeah, okay. Stop. Okay, you can see my screen, right, Marilee? You can see your
Yes.
chart?
Yeah.
Okay. So your incarnation cross are the gates 18 and 17, 39 and 38. So the way that we can find this here is, where is 18? 18. Oh, here's 39 and 38, and here's 18. And where's 17? 18, 17.
Oh, it's in the head.
Okay, so this is your incarnation cross. And so the affirmations that you would say for your incarnation cross, and your incarnation cross is also the 4 outer spheres in your Gene Keys chart. So here's your Gene Keys chart. So here's 18, 39, 17, and 38. So those, like your incarnation cross is also the 4 outer spheres in the Gene Keys. And the Gene Keys transition and the gates work well together for strengthening your affirmations, your daily affirmations, and just like understanding yourself more clearly. Okay, let's see, this is channels. Okay, gate 17. So the affirmation that I recommend you focus on, and this would be your evolution, for your evolution, is I wait to offer my insights until I am asked. I know that when people ask, they will truly value my insights. I am aware that what is truth for me is not always truth for others. Each one of us have our own unique journey, and our perceptions create our understanding. I serve the truth and wait for those who are aligned with my truth. So I feel like your evolution has a lot to do with your projector type, which is to wait to respond, to wait to, where is it? You have to wait for the invitation. And your not self-serving theme is bitterness. So it's really important for you to, stay in the frequency of success, like just constantly recommitting to your success. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are like important. And then and then for 18, and it says that the astrology sign for that is Aries, and that like part of the body is the pituitary gland. right here at 17. It's the pituitary gland. So like what's coming through for me is it's really important for you to listen to your divine knowing. Like whenever you get an inspiration or a message, it's called opinions. So like for you, you have such strong opinions, but you can only voice them when you're being invited to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 18 is correction, which is associated with your incarnation cross. And the correction is down here in the spleens, in the spleen. So there's the crown, the anja, the throat, the center. This is called the willpower or the ego. It's like considered the heart part of the body. This is the gut and the root and the solar plex and the spleen. And the spleen is what basically filters our blood. So make sure that our blood is nice and clear and clean. Okay. So then we're going to go to gate 38. So 38 is the fighter. Gate 38 struggles to know what is worth fighting for. It seeks purpose and meaning to life and essentially pushes us with adrenaline energy to find our life purpose. Why are we here and how can we live a life that reflects our purpose? What are the truly valuable things in life? People who have this energy can be somewhat stubborn by design. When they have determined that something is valuable, they hold on to it, fight for it, and don't let it go. And that gate lives in the root chakra. So that's like a really good grounding gate to have activated because it makes sure that you are successful and you make plenty of money. And it's kind of like your driving force for your root chakra.
So you're saying I'm a fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
And then the last number is gate 39, which is provocation, and the astrology sign for that is Cancer, and the biology is the adrenal glands. And the affirmations for this is I wait for the right spirit of things, for the right doors to open before I progress forward. I recognize the power of my actions and words to provoke others, and I use this power with great care, knowing that I have the ability to create change in people's lives. So those were like really powerful affirmations. And yeah, that I will send you after our session. And then we're just gonna look up what the Jin Keys is. So gate 7 or Jin Key 17 and 18 is opinion, farsightedness, and omniscience. So like I had you download the Jin Key textbook on Audible.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely recommend listening to 17, 18, 38, and 39. But I would only listen to like 2 at a time because if you listen to too many at once, you kind of just tune out. So
yeah, I listened to them but way back a few months ago, but I think it's time to re-listen.
Yeah, and I would just like have a journal and see like what comes through, you know, and you can also text me like your insights and stuff like that. Come through when you listen to that. 18 is judgment, integrity, and perfection. And judgment is the victim mentality needs to be right and to challenge authority. That's the shadow. The integrity is the gift. Its judgment and criticism come from the heart and are used adversely. And perfection is integrity and compassion are able to cure all problems. I wonder if you activate 18 in me or if I have it too. So I'm going to see. Yeah, you activate that in me. So like when we're together, you activate that Jinky in me.
Cool.
We both have 38. So 38 is struggle, perseverance, and honor. And struggle when survival is threatened. The first response is aggression and violence. That's the shadow. The gift is perseverance. Obstacles become opportunities to test our commitment. And the essence is honor, to give one's life for the good of all and to put an end to the human conflict. So like peace, you know, like coming to a peace. And we both have it. Pretty sure. Yeah, we both have it right there. Okay, and then 39 was where again? Was it up there? No, that was 17. 39. Oh, it was right here. So it's just directly across from 38. And 39 is provocation, dynamicism, and liberation. Provocation, pushing the buttons, provokes anger and encourages others to react. So that's the shadow. The gift is dynamic. The energy of playing and creativity helps people to release their blockages. So like the more playful you are and the more like free and open-hearted you are, like when you are playful, you activate that in me because I don't have that activated. So like that's your gift to humanity, is like to go out and like be your energetic self. Like that's why you're such like a great saleswoman, is because like when you do get into that playful nature, you're like, you become so magnetic, you know? You have like such strong magnetism. Yeah, Marilee helped me sell the tarot cards on tour when I was in Kansas City. She killed it.
It's true. Every job I have, everybody at work loves me.
You're so good at sales.
Yeah, they never want me to. I mean, even the people at work love me. Like, well, yeah, the people I'm selling to love me, but so do the people I work with. They never want to let me go.
Yeah. And the essence is liberation. Worthful energy goes to the heart of negativity and causes a mutation. So like noticing when, being sensitive to like when there's like negative energy around and being able to like come in and like dance your way through it, like can change the energy of the room, you know?
I do that for sure.
Yep. True Becky way. Okay, let's see, where should we go next? Oh yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the jinkies. Okay. So your life's work is perfection, you know? But the way that the jinkies like describes perfection is like there's imperfection, infection. Like I feel like the jinkies is such like an oxymoron a lot of the times, but so is the human experience, you know? Like we just ebb and flow with the flow of like going in and out of like challenging times and like very euphoric and ecstasy times. And it's like the roller coaster of life. Like I feel like the journey into the Jinkies is like very similar, you know? But yeah, it's like, it's really important for you to always follow your heart and be very true to your heart. Like, live in your integrity, you know, and not like worry about what other people think about it, you know? Just do
Yeah.
what brings you the most joy in the moment, because
I'm
that's
working
where
on
you're
that.
going to be like the most successful, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing all that. I'm working on that. But I'm definitely drawn to perfection and integrity because any company I've ever worked for, or even myself, I always have to back up my word, and I have to have integrity and work with people who are that have integrity also, because I don't like letting anybody down.
Right.
And I like to stay true to my word. And then, like you said, moving on from that, I'm happiest when I'm following my heart, and I have to not let other opinions get in the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, not letting other people's, like societal mindset, you know,
Mhm.
restrict you from doing the things that you're being called to do or being invited to do because of your projector way. You're like being invited to go in certain directions. So you need to tune into that and be like, okay, is this making my heart sing? You know, and then going after it in that way. And then the radiance, you're a 4-1. And I'm gonna get into that a little bit. I'm a 4-6. Yeah, I'm a 4-6 and you're a 4-1. So we both have the 4s as our conscious state of being in common, and the 4 is the opportunist server. So like, first of all, like number 1, we're supposed to be of service to humanity, you know? And then the 1 is let me go to here. Actually, I think I have it on here. Like the list. I made the list. Human. Shit. My phone's doing all this like really funny, weird things. Have you noticed your phone doing that?
No.
I don't think I can pull it up on there right now. Okay, yeah. So the investigator, all the lines are in here. Introspection, investigator. I feel like that's like, oh, the language got changed. That's why. Second. Hopefully my computer can handle this. Here we go. So you're a server and the creator and the investigator is your subconscious. So like in your day, you're meant to serve others, but like when you go to sleep, you have all these like creative ideas, you know, like flowing through you all the time, all the time, all the time. For me, I'm the teacher. So like I have a deep desire in my subconscious to teach how I serve people. So that's what we're doing here today. Okay. I wanted to look at your human design again. Okay. Yes, you have the gate of 11, which is the channel of ideas. I also have this gate activation. So it's like just a constant stream of new ideas all the time, like innovative energy.
I do. I can't go to sleep sometimes at night because I have so many ideas and I'm so
Yes.
excited. I'm like, I'm so excited. I can't go to sleep.
I know, me too. I have like the worst sleeping schedule right now.
Yeah, but following through isn't really a strong suit of mine.
Like,
I mean, it is.
well, it's like an overpour of ideas all the time that you
Yeah.
have to really choose the one that is like really you're feeling the most passionate about in this moment, and then make a list of love, like, dislike, and save for later. Like one of my business coach, like spiritual coaches, Sarah, she taught me this technique, and I used it while I was reading people at Wonderlust, like giving them advice of like, make the list, love, like, dislike, and save for later. And you can like fold a piece of paper in 4, and then you write all the ideas that you're like in love with, and then you write all the ideas that you're like, oh, I like it, but I don't really feel passionate. And then the things that you've been doing that like you don't even like doing in them anymore, but you've just been doing them forever, like just take that shit to Goodwill, like, good day, you know. And then the things that you need to save for later, like put it on the shelf, and then just really zone in on like what's making your heart sing right now, you know. But the good thing about ideas is like, if anyone ever tries to copy you, you just are never, it never triggers you, because it's like, oh, I'll just have 5 more ideas where that came from, you know. And like and also I feel that like, even if someone does copy you, like, they're doing it their way, you're doing it your way. Like, no one's ever going to do it the same as you know. Like, you bring your special way, lovely way of doing it, you know. Okay, so it says, if you imagine that creativity is a stream, most of us go down to it with a cup and drink from it. People with gate 11 go down to the stream of creativity with 20 wash basins and stand on the banks wondering what to do with all of their ideas. Gate 11 is filled with more ideas than one will ever be able to bring into the form in this lifetime. That's what you're just saying. You're like, I'm not even good at like making them all happen. I mean, me neither, but I've made a lot of them. Like, I've launched a lot of them, at least. I've like brought them in, like the knowledge into the world, at least, you know. The frustration of gate 11 is the desire to implement one's idea. People with gate 11 will often complain that others stole their ideas or that they got scooped. People with gate 11 will make peace with their ideas if they realize that all of their ideas are not for them, but to share with others. We were just talking about that. When asked, the challenge of this gate is to sit and wait for the right person to ask for their ideas. Gate 11 is also the gate of the seeker, not the finder. When people with gate 11 make peace with always being on a quest and never having a certain answer, they can enjoy the journey. Remember, gate 11 is the gate of ideas. You don't have to manifest all of them or any of them. If an idea is correct for you, it will show up in your life according to your personal human design strategy. The affirmations for both of us are: I honor my inner creative process. I am grateful for every lesson and adventure I have in life. And I know that each story of my life experience adds beauty, rich threads to the tapestry of my life story and the story of humanity. I relax and enjoy the quest for truth in my life, knowing that more I learn, the more I grow, and the learning and growing never stop. I allow myself to savor every moment and serve as the creative vessel I am. I relax, breathe, trust, and let the ideas flow. Amen to that.
Yeah, well, what's interesting too is when our birthdays are up, like I always say my birthday is 11/11 because I was born on 10/1/83, and so it's 10 and 1 is 11 and 8 and 3 is 11. And I noticed that yours was February 11th, 1983. So I was like, you have an 11/11 in yours too, because you were born on 11 and then 83 is 11. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I have so many close girlfriends that have 11 birthdays. Magical. Okay, let's go back to the keynote slides because they're beautiful and we're jumping around in chart land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get on track. I'm a projector.
You're a projector. So you're a projector. You can be fascinated with life and how life works. Here, let me see if I can make it bigger. Play. Okay. You have deep insights into the lives of others and have a strong role as a leader and guide. Sometimes giving advice to others flows. Other times people seem unwilling to hear what you have to say. At times it can be hard to know what to do with the understanding you gain from observing people in your life. You desire recognition for your insights, but sometimes it feels like no one wants your input. When unable to get recognition for your natural gifts, it can be easy to get sucked into playing other roles that can become exhausting and wear you down. That's true. Do you feel like that? And it's 20% of the population, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of people come to me for advice, and I also tend to think I know a lot of things, but if people aren't asking me or willing to hear it, then they don't want to hear it. So yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Ask me a question. I know the answer, and I would love to share it with you. So, like, before you exude your opinion, you should always ask if it's warranted to share. Like, may I share my thoughts? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a good way to ask if you're going to be properly received, because projectors, when they just give you their straight on opinion, like, people often backlash you and they're like, whatever, bitch, get out of my face. But if you you know, like, come into it and say, like, I have something to say about this, may I share? You know, then you may be more better received. Projectors must wait for the invitation to respond to people and opportunities around them to be successful. The gift of the projector is to manage, guide, and direct others but they must be asked first, otherwise their wisdom will not be received. Projectors auras attract people who seek assistance. So that's like the server energy again, you know? The 4 line. Okay, I'm a generator. I'm 70% of the population. And a generator, you only have energy to do the things you like to do. In a job you don't like, you may be too tired to function. But if you go and do something you love with friends like this, like what we're doing now, you may have all the energy in the world. For you, the problem is finding the activities that bring out your passion. With a healthy connection to your passions, you will naturally have all the energy and dedication you need to succeed. When you make commitments that are not compatible with your energy, you can become stuck and your energy can become drained. Oh dear, is that true? Okay. If I stop what I'm doing and am still and wait, the answers and opportunity will appear. Generator's strategy to satisfy life is to stop, sit in silence, set intentions for what they desire, which is like, this is the perfect time because we just had the new moon. So it's like a really good time to set your intentions and see what manifests by the full moon. Release them and then wait for the signs and evidence in their outer reality that it is time to take action and listen to their intuition. If it feels like a fuck yes, go forward with action. If your soul is jumping out of your skin, then it's a fuck no. Know thyself. If there is any doubt, it's a no. So there's 5 different personality types. There's the manifester, which is only 8%, and their job is to inform society. And I know some manifestors, and they're natural born speakers. So they're meant to be on like a TED Talk stage, or, you know, talking to large crowds of people. Like, I probably would guess that like Tony Robbins is either a manifestor or manifesting generator. Like, that type of personality is like meant to like go out on stage and like share their knowing knowledge that they're channeling through them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the manifesting generator is to wait to respond and then to inform. It says wait to respond, envision, reprocess, inform, and act. And then and the generator and the manifesting generator are both on the generator, so it's like 70% altogether, but like if you split it up between the manifesting generator and the generator, it's 35% is generator, 35% is manifesting generator of the population of the world. And like I said, it's calculated according to your astrology chart, numerology, and your chakra alignment. Okay, and then of course we talked about you being a generator and waiting for the invitation to respond. And then there's reflectors, which they're only 1% of the whole generation, and they have to wait 28 days to make a decision. They're like lunar beings, so they have to make decisions, you know, like on full moons or new moons, depending on when the opportunity was presented to them. Open defined activation, go back to slide 2. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off the full mode. All right, so your crown chakra is open. So you tend to be very psychic, and you tend to really be more of like a mind reader. Like, you can really sense what people are thinking, if it's positive, negative, that kind of thing. Like,
I pick up on vibes really well.
Mm-hmm. And you can really pick up on what people are thinking, you know, if it's like negative or positive thoughts. We both have defined anja, which is the green triangle, and that's like where our spinal cord starts. Our pineal gland is here. Our eyes, like this is like our third eye, and then this is our you know, the rest of our brain and face and everything. And this is like the connections here. You have a straight connection between these two gates, which basically it's really important for you to vocalize your ideas and opinions and stuff. But being the projector, you have to wait for the invitation. But that comes with no like resistance on your end. You know, like naturally, you're like naturally able to just be yourself and speak your mind. Both of our throat chakras are defined, so we both have the ability to speak clearly. And I have the channel here in the middle connecting. And then you have an open G center. And I have a defined. So I activate your G center. So I give you a more sense of self. Like anyone with an open G center, they kind of don't have like a secure sense of self. They're always searching for like, who am I? What am I doing here? You know, but like when we are together, like you feel more at ease with being yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then you have this, I think it's, I'm gonna look closer. I think it's gate 40. Gate 26. You have gate 26 open, so you activate that in me. And that's in the ego center. So that's like the ego, and the willpower. And I have nothing in my ego and willpower activated. I don't even have any lines. So like if you've ever studied Ascended Masters, like I would be considered Lady Nada, like no ego. And only when I'm around other people who have ego definition or activation is when mine is triggered. So you activate 26 in me. And I love looking up like the I Ching definitions of these. And I think I sent you this in our messages when I first pulled all our charts to do this. But I'll just talk about the affirmations for it. The trickster, so it's like the coyote, is 26. And the affirmations is I speak and act with integrity, and I share my heart freely with my loved ones. I take my time to speak the perfect words because I know that my words are representative of my heart and my intentions. I care deeply about my impact, and I listen with love to those around me. And then Genki 26. It would also be I Ching 26. I think I forgot to mention that they're all based on the very ancient wisdom of the I Ching, of the Chinese I Ching. Pride, artfulness, and invisibility. So pride is your shadow, and we cut ourselves from others through hierarchy, competitiveness, and selfishness. Your gift is artfulness. The opening the heart allows to use pride and ego with creativity. That's like when I was talking about like flowing and dancing in the room and being magnetic. And then the invisibility, the individual ego dissolves and gives way to the divine will. So it's like just listening and going with the flow. Like if you ever come to Burning Man with me anytime, like I'll be urging you just to like go with the flow. Like don't have a plan. It's not like Coachella. It's like you don't try to schedule your way there. It's just like you literally follow your heart and like what part of the city is like calling you to be in, you know? And that's like your most authentic flow state. Okay, let's go back to the slides. So you activate that in my willpower, and I activate your gut. And then it looks like we both have some gate activations that are the same. But yeah, for you, it's really easy for you to be influenced by others and to be pulled in directions that may not serve you. And that's like the open gut center. So it's like really important, and you already do this, but really important for you to like eat really clean and like fresh foods, vegetables, and you already do this. So and then we have like these channel lines. All the lines are called channel lines. And you have some, this is actually the sexuality line coming off of this gate. I think this is gate like 50, yeah, 59. No, I can't get it.
And what's that mean?
So 59 is all about sensuality and like coming, like surrendering to your sensuality, you know?
But what is my chart saying about that?
What, gate 59?
Yeah. Like what does the black bar on the line mean?
So the channel is just like how the incarnation cross was calculated. Like the channels basically tell you like where you're supposed to live in the world. Like for me, I'm supposed to live on a mountain at the ocean or on a mountain by a piece of water. And you're supposed to live on a mountain, like I think in a marketplace. So like Hermosa Beach or you know, somewhere that has water and a marketplace would be like your most thriving place to to live.
So a city, basically.
A city with next to water.
Like New York?
Yeah, New York too. I know that you want to move there. Let's see, channel 59. It's like not really in order in here. Let's see. I was just exploring this because my other client who's a projector as well, he has this activation. Whereas I don't. I just have the 9 and the 52 activation, which is like any connection between the gut, or this would be like the womb energy, and the root chakra signifies sex. So any like straight connection like that would be a very sexual connection too. But because you have this coming off into your solar plex, which is like the dream state, where you receive a lot of your creativity. You receive a lot of your creativity into gate 36 right here.
Mm-hmm.
And because you have an open solar plexus, it's really like we both do actually. It's really important for us to like set our intentions before we go to bed, journal, clear our mind, because we can be susceptible to receiving the people around us dreams, you know? Like we're really tapped into the astral plane because we have it open. Yeah, it talks about it in the collective subconscious. On your phone, will you check the comments and see what's going on?
What's 59? Or that bar that's on 59 mean?
I'm looking at the channels right now. The channels are kind of complicated in this book, and it really doesn't make any sense because I wasn't really planning on going into the channels too much in this reading. The major circuit. Okay.
It looks like one person is on, maybe Kim Manning.
Okay. Is anyone asking us any questions or anything like that?
No. That's all. Where are you, Summer?
I know, she was supposed to be here. Okay, here we go. Gate 59 is sexuality, and gate 6, which is the one that's across from 59, right here, or right here, is friction. Channel 59, 6, reproduction. This channel is the archetype of masculine energy. Here we have the energy for the provision of resources, war, and sex. Gate 59 without gate 6 is not emotional. It can be in the moment and spontaneous. Notice that this half of the circuit is also emotional. So you can be not emotional and emotional at the same time. It needs clarity over time. Wars should be fought after there has been time to really get clarity about the issues. A war fought in the moment without time for clarity can be recklessly deadly and destructive. Okay, I need a drink. The same applies to sexuality. Sex by design is not intended to be a spontaneous act. It's an act that needs clarity over time. The consequences of sex are handled by the values of the tribe. Do you believe this? I mean, I feel that like as long as you're consciously doing it, I think it's okay. What do you think, Marilee?
Well, I think that's what it just said, didn't it? It was like you're defining it. So it doesn't matter if it's fast or slow, but it may need clarity. But if you have it defined, right? Isn't that kind of what it said?
It's saying the consequences of sex are handled by the values of the tribe. Sex outside the context of the rules of the tribe or that happens without forethought can deeply impact the whole tribe. Think of the teenager who has sex, gets pregnant, and then the grandmother and aunts have to raise the baby. As you can imagine, the nature of sex and war can be tricky if you don't wait for emotional clarity. Sex and war are seductive, but both can be dire consequences. This is also the part of the tribal circuit that is all about provoking resources. The 59-6 demonstrates love by working and providing food and shelter. This is caring but not nurturing. The love of the 59-6 will be all about resources and working to give. And of course, getting rewarded with sex. None of this is personal, it's all energy.
Okay.
That resonates.
Yeah, because I've had conflict in the past when it comes to non-defined sex that ends up,
Like unintentional, like just
Yeah.
not like setting an intention,
Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
super clear about your intentions before you get into it. And like also just having the right precautions necessary.
Yeah.
Like being super spontaneous, and then like possibly feeling like the consequences after the act,
Right, exactly.
Okay, so like transitioning that from like spontaneous sex to like conscious, communicative, being very communicative. Yeah, like the Jinky 59 is dishonesty, intimacy, and transparency. The shadow is dishonesty, fear and mistrust led of social and personal relationships. Like if you have blockages of communication with your close friends and family and you don't feel like safe expressing your sexual needs with them, you're not going to feel like comfortable explaining your sexual needs with potential partners,
Mm-hmm.
Intimacy, honesty, and the openness of the heart allow true encounters and transparency. Pure consciousness breaks all the barriers that prevent union. Yeah, so just like going with the ebb and flow, like we were talking about, like dancing earlier, and like what makes you magnetic. Okay. So let's talk about your incarnation cross. You are here to connect patterns and discover a more joyful life. You are here to do this for others. However, realize that correction is often not welcome. In order to be successful and maintain healthy relationships, you need to stick to your human design type, which is projector, and strategy with your communication. You need to verbalize your correction with tact and care. When you do, you can be truly wise about correction and harmony. If you don't, you may often be alone. So like what I often do with my clients is say, or with like everyone in my life, is I say, may I wait to respond to that? That really helps me like digest what they're asking of me to present to them. And I feel that that's really important for projectors as well,
Mm-hmm.
And I have the right angle cross of explanation. Your cross carries revolutionary, mutative energy. This energy has tension and aggressive because it is emotional. That's like my double Pisces and my Mars and Venus. providing opportunity for others to play a large role in the cross, and you have the drive that gets us to take action to provide for our bodies' needs to be nourished. The cross is called explanation because there is a pressure to explain what your mutation is all about. Your revolution is individual in nature, so others may struggle to follow. Like, I definitely feel that that's true. Like, I'm constantly, evolving into different career paths, and I take many different types of jobs, and so it's like really hard for people to like understand, like, what is Crystal? What is she doing?
Yeah, same.
We talked about the outer four. We talked about the affirmations. We talked a little bit about the I Ching. I guess I can pull up some of the I Ching. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so you want to look at your outer four, or should we look at like 59, which is the sexuality?
Why? What do the outer four mean?
That's like your incarnation cross numbers, the 17, 18, 38, and 39, what we talked about in the beginning of the session.
Right, but what does that mean?
The outer four is like basically your main, like it's your purpose, your evolution, your, here, let's look at that again. Your life's work, your evolution, your purpose, and your radiance in the world.
Oh, cool. My radiance is liberation.
Yes. Jinky.
What does that mean?
Liberation. Worthful energy goes to the heart of negativity and causes a mutation. So like I was talking about this earlier, like when you enter a room, your ability to change the energy of the room, like as long as you have a very high vibe type of loving energy, you can shift the energy of the room to like come to your level, basically.
I just started another job, and there was a girl there that's like, I'm so glad you're here. We needed your energy. Like, these are the words she says to me. It's crazy.
Yeah,
we needed your energy here. Like, because everyone's like in a bad mood or something. And I come in and I'm like, hi, everybody. And like, and then below that it says dynamicism, which is basically being dynamic, which I totally am, because I can get along with like any type of person. I can make anybody feel comfortable.
Yeah, and laugh and like just like you're really good at breaking the barriers,
For sure.
Yeah, it says the energy of playing and creativity helps people to release their blockages.
Yeah.
Like you're like a gate opener.
Yay.
Yeah, so you want to look at that one in the I Ching 39?
Yeah.
Obstruction. In this state indicated by kin advantage will be found in the southwest and the contrary in the northeast. It will be adventurous also to meet with the great man. In these circumstances, with firmness and correctness, there will be good fortune. From the first six, see like how the I Ching symbol is open, closed, open, closed, open, open. So like if you just imagine like my little mouse thing being like a person, like you first walk into the room and you're met with like a closed gate, but you're able to like, get to the heart of the matter. You're able to break through these like two barriers in the room, And that's like how I look at the I Ching. Like the I Ching is also related to the feng shui. So like your house being positioned in this way would be like, if you had a room that was like positioned in this way, that would be like beneficial to you. You know, like creating boundaries, but open areas as well. Like a mix of both. Okay. So we'll look at 59 really quick. Dispersion, disillusion. One intimidates the under its conditions, there will be progress and success. The king goes to his ancestral temple, and this is the temple. And it will be adventurous to cross the great stream. It will be adventurous to be firm and correct. So like after you take the journey, you're gonna hit the obstacle, and then you're gonna like be like, okay, this is where I put my sword into the ground, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can we close out the session? I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and have it be us. Can we close out? Do you have any questions that you want answered, like a yes or no question, or an angel message, or a timing card? Do you have any question that you want answered by the angel cards? Angel answers?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your question? Do you want it to be a yes or no question or an angel message?
Yeah, sometimes I just like to see what I need to be told, you know? Like it's nothing specific on my end. It's more like, what do I need to know right now? You know, what do I need to take into consideration, or what do I need to look at, or
Okay, so you want an angel message.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it purple?
Yes.
I knew it.
Okay, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 5 and tell it to me.
4.
4 is about building strong foundations. So it's really important for you to get in your chair and get to work, Becky.
I'm working it.
Working it. To make your dreams a reality.
I sure am. I'm exhausted when I get home every day now. Like, and it's funny because a year ago when I was having a birthday, I was reading that book, The Wild Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a quote in that book that I wrote out, that it was about, she's so tired when she goes home now, not because of a life too small, a marriage too small, a job too small, but now it's because she's like creating her real life dreams and goals, and I'm exhausted.
Yes.
But in a good way.
I've definitely been there so many nights where I'm just like been up from like 4 a.m. to midnight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just going hard and going strong.
Going hard in the paint.
Okay. So the first message that comes through for you is meditation brings the answers. So it's really important for you to like, I would even like after this session, like just lay on the ground and connect to the earth and just envision yourself connecting to the earth and have it be completely silent and just focus on your breath. Like I recommend Joe Dispenza's meditation it's called Placenta 2 and it's unaudible. I can text it to you. But that helps you like connect to all the spaces. And me and my friend Michael, he'll probably watch this later, we were like making fun of how it's like the space between your ears and the space between your
I'm listening to a book by Joe Dispenza right now on Audible.
What is it?
Becoming Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna create a mind movie, actually. That's like one of my inspiring ideas that I have. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna like, but yes, I love meditating after I work out. It's the best.
Yeah, I get so many visions when I do like yoga and stuff that I like to like just like decompress after and like let the answers come through. So it's like let the divine answers come down and through. And I'll also send you the protection bubble meditation after this. And you know, we'll close the Akashic records before we end the session tonight. But yeah, it's just like trusting that the answers will come through. So like getting really clear about the directions that you want to take and then waiting to receive those divine answers to come through, you know?
Okay.
And making that list, like I said, the love, like, dislike, and save for later. The next one is like, that's going to lead you to the success that you desire, is like keeping a clear mind, you know? Let's see what the book has to say about the meditations. Here it is. Trying to come up with an intellectual answer to your concerns isn't being successful. That's because the solution you seek can only be found by going within through meditation or inner spiritual work.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. Sorry, it's really, really like windy outside and my screen door flew open and so she freaked out.
Oh, is she okay?
Oh yeah, she's fine. She just thought somebody was here. This is the wind.
Okay. You have the cutest picture of me sleeping with her on your couch.
I know, it is a sweet picture.
You may also gather insights from your nighttime dreams as your subconscious creates solutions for you that are not available to your waking mind. So it's like really important for you to, if you don't already, which I'm sure you do, is to like to have a dream journal.
Oh, I've been writing down my dreams because my dreams are so real life. Like, you know, people have all these crazy dreams. I don't have those. I have very real life dreams.
I have a lot of real life dreams, but sometimes I have very abstract dreams as well. I just dreamed of my mother today. She was like making the bed.
Wow. That's a real life dream though, because it's just like something that would happen in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, success. Congratulations, you are on the road to success. You needn't have any reservations about your situation. Like, don't worry, be happy. Just go along your path. Just keep going. You're on the
I'm
right
going, girl. I'm going. I'm on top of this.
And it's going to work out beautifully. Part of living a successful life is taking care of yourself. It's wonderful to have many things to be grateful for, but make sure you don't wear yourself down by working too hard. Take time to enjoy peace in your life. And like as a projector, it's really important for you to embody the frequency of success. And whenever you're feeling like you need to rest, you know, like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, this would be super insightful, but it's like, I already know I've been doing all this stuff for the last several months. So It's right on point though. So you're like 100% right with everything.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, I close our Akashic record and I thank our divine angels and spirit guides that came to assist us during this session. And if you'd like to reach out to me for a session, you can contact me at crystalmiel.com or here on Facebook, you can send me a DM. And you can also reach out to Marilee if you'd like to start a conversation with her as well. And I hope you guys have a great evening and take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you.